A lot of my clothes definitely rotted away and I stunk very badly. I tried to grow out a beard, it just didn't work. I did grow an epic stash though, which was pretty good. My name is Josh Gazer and I thru-hiked the Appalachian Trail. I wanted to hike the Appalachian Trail for many reasons. I grew up reading books like Hatchet and Julie of the Wolves and Into the Wild and My Side of the Mountain, and they all talk about an individual stepping away from society and finding themselves by living in the woods and living a more simple life. And I realized I wanted to do that. I wanted to get back in touch with the more simple things of the world, essentially. So I completed a flip-flop hike where I started at the middle and I hiked north to Mount Katahdin and then took a car back to the center and then hiked south to Springer Mountain, Georgia. I did not do much training for the hike physically because it's pretty hard to train for a 6.5 month long hike. When you are spending so much time by yourself in the middle of the woods, your mind does become your biggest enemy, essentially. You do start to think about everyone that you left behind at home. You think about the comfort of your job, and you start to think about, why am I out here? So you really have to spend time drilling into your reasons behind why you're hiking your hike, and always go back to those when those difficult days start to happen. I did want to quit one time. I was about 40 days into my hike, and I got a text message from one of my friends on a Friday night when I was in my tent in the pouring rain, and they were all at the bar, and they said, "Hey Josh, we really miss you and we really wish you were here." And I thought to myself, I've only hiked 300 miles at this point. There's no way I can hike 1,800 more. I'm gonna quit. And I realized that I was looking at the Appalachian Trail as just one giant goal instead of breaking it down into smaller goals and being able to celebrate each individual day as a result. So when I realized that, I was able to celebrate it a lot more. I was able to celebrate every new person that I met, every new animal that I saw, every new mile that I hiked, and every day became a victory versus just a constant trudge toward one singular goal. No matter what you're doing, if you're doing it just continuously without ever taking a step back and reevaluating it, you kind of start to lose sight of why you started to do it in the first place. So I tried to take a 0 day once a week where I just did not do any hiking at all. And what that did was it helped me just kind of recharge my mental batteries and allowed me to get back onto the trail and really truly appreciate it. It's an absolutely beautiful day out here. Josh Gazer coming at you from the top of Twins Mountain. Currently sitting on top of Dragon's Tooth in Virginia. I learned that good things tend to happen the more often that you step out of your comfort zone and say yes to more opportunities instead of letting fear guide your heart. I also learned that hard work and determination truly pay off even if you don't always see the end result right then and there. More than anything, the Appalachian Trail taught me that beyond wealth and power and what society defines as success for your life is the relationship that you build with other people. And because I met so many incredibly kind and selfless strangers out there, a lot of them are called trail angels, where they just go out and just provide a cooler of ice cold Coca-Cola, or they offer up, a bed for you to stay in, or they offer to buy you a meal in town and whatnot. And everyone does those things without expecting anything in return. And so I just absolutely fell in love with just the genuine kindness of humanity all over again while hiking in the woods. My advice to someone else who might be interested in hiking the Appalachian Trail, who is a little bit worried about the difficulty of it, is to just keep in mind that nothing good ever came easy, and sometimes you have to trudge through some valleys in order to truly appreciate the views at the top of some of those mountains. It was an incredible, life-changing experience, and I think anyone can do it. All you got to do is just put one foot in front of the other enough times and you'll get there.